power of the Genesis in the palm of my hand. Hello and welcome back to the VideoGame O.R, the series where we show you the process in repairing and restoring all things gaming. Today we're taking a look at the features and initial setup for the Mega Everdrive X5, as well as determining if it's worth the investment when it comes to playing your favorite Genesis classics. So without any further ado, let's begin the analysis. Taking a look at the packaging, the Mega Everdrive comes within the standard Sega Genesis plastic case, albeit with the branding for the enclosed device. Turning our attention to the back, you are greeted with a list of the key features in addition to the system requirements, which is an unnecessary feature, but a nice touch in terms of character. Opening up the box, you're met with the piece de resistance, that being the Everdrive itself. It's very secure within its case and comes wrapped in a thin piece of plastic for protecting the label. The unit features a button located on the top, more on that later, as well as an SD card slot for storing ROMs and housing the cartridge's operating system. Speaking of the operating system, let's go over how to get your Everdrive up and running. First, you'll need to head over to Crix's website and navigate to the download section. From there, choose the directory for the Mega Everdrive, then choose X3, X5, X7. Next, head into the OS directory, then scroll all the way down to the bottom and download the latest release. Once downloaded, copy the extracted Mega folder to the root of an up to 32GB microSD card formatted in FAT32. The Mega folder contains all the necessary files required for the Everdrive to function. When it comes to your game ROMs, they can be placed anywhere on the root of the SD card, although it's recommended to sort them using subfolders for optimal load speeds. Once the OS and ROMs have been added, you can insert your microSD card into the Everdrive with the label facing towards the back of the cartridge. This video's featured comment is brought to you by Null94, who said, "Your skits are awesome, glad to have found your channel. Thanks for your comment, Null94. The skits are definitely one of the more enjoyable aspects of production when it comes to these OR videos. If you're new to the OR, be sure to subscribe and say a few words down below for a chance to have your comment featured in a future episode of VideoGame O.R. Now, back to the review. With the setup out of the way, let's head over to the Genesis to take a look at the features. Pressing the C button on the controller opens the cartridge's main menu. From there, you can edit options such as toggling the region for your ROM in case of any incompatibility, enable a Mega key, which can be used to bypass the ROM's region lockout, choose whether a console reset goes to the Everdrive menu or back to the game, enable or disable cheats, alphabetically sort the ROM files, and hide the Mega folder from view when on the main directory. Pressing the B button will take you back to the main menu, where you can also view a list of previously played games, have the Everdrive randomly choose a game for you, set global Game Genie codes, access diagnostic tools, and view the cartridge information. When it comes to the games, the cartridge can play the entirety of the Genesis library, including all region games, unreleased titles, homebrew games, and ROM hacks. Turning our attention back to that odd little button on the top of the cartridge, it's used as a start and pause button when playing Sega Master System titles. The Mega Everdrive can play most Master System games out of the box, however if you're having issues then you can also add the Master System BIOS to the Mega folder to increase compatibility. Attaching the Everdrive to a 32X unlocks the ability to play games from the Sega 32X library, including homebrew titles and ROM hacks. However, if you want to play Sega Master System games, you'll need to disconnect the 32X beforehand. If you have a Sega CD attached to your Genesis, you can use the Everdrive as one of the elusive RAM backup cartridges. When opening the main menu with the Sega CD attached, you have the option to run the CD-ROM from the menu. From there, insert a game and hold the A and B buttons simultaneously to enter the CD player. Then choose the memory option in order to access the Sega CD's internal memory, at which point you can format the Everdrive's RAM partition, allowing you to copy saves to or from the Sega CD. Albeit you can't play Sega CD games from the cartridge alone, the RAM backup capabilities are a nice feature to have. Overall, through the ability to play Sega Genesis, Master System, and 32X games, as well as working as a save utility for your Sega CD, leaves the Mega Drive X5 as a great, affordable option for those wanting the convenience of covering all aspects of the Sega Genesis on a single cartridge. If you want to pick one up for yourself and help support the channel in the process, I'll have affiliate links for the Everdrive and SD card used in the description down below. So if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything new from the VideoGame O.R. Also, feel free to leave a comment on what you'd want to see covered for a chance for it to be featured in the next episode. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.